We're back with Alex Yu of Yu Hotel, that lighthouse of style and individualism sitting at the expanding edge of Poblacion, Makati. If you think about it, it's kind of a challenge to make your mark in a community like Poblacion, with almost every business expressing its own distinct style and flavor. In Poblacion, you breathe an atmosphere unlike anything usually experienced in cleaner air condition, but ultimately sterile and lifeless malls. But that's exactly what Alex has done with Yu Hotels. He and his brother Carter have quite distinctly make their own mark. That's because without tricks and gimmickry, they nurture artists here. As he told me, art is what sustains a place like Poblacion, and artists are what brings soul and character to the place. But there's a note of caution Alex draws from experience. It is a blind helter-skelter development and a lack of zoning that could very well disenchant or scare away artists. It could kill Poblacion just as it has in other communities in the past.
And how long has Yu Hotel been in Poblacion?
Oh, we just opened for barely a year.
Mhm.
Yeah, we opened last April 17.
And then to choose Poblacion as the spot, what attracted you to that spot?
Yu Hotel's property. We were choosing between Malate
Mhm.
and Makati.
Mm.
But there were many things in consideration, like the peace and order situation, the local political stability,
Mhm.
and everything. So we asked the travel agents
Mhm.
which area would be better or have more
So
potential.
surveying is
Yeah.
always a good way to do so.
And during that time, Poblacion came out better.
Mhm.
But during that time, there was not much business in Poblacion.
Mhm.
But Malate at that time was boom,
Mhm.
but it was going on a downtrend.
Mhm.
So I always say that my best benchmark is the 7-Eleven shop beside Malate Church.
Mhm.
And that 7-Eleven shop has been there for years, since I remember.
Mhm.
It closed down.
So that's one of the things that you look at when it comes to a community,
Yes.
right? If the long-established businesses are closing down,
Yes.
then it's time to somehow move the
Yes.
business. As they
And during that time, we were also distributing Pepsi products in that area.
Okay.
And you see the volume decline
Uh-huh.
from probably 1,000 cases a day to like 500, 300 cases a day.
Okay.
So that was a deciding factor. You see that even at that time, the area was really prime and offhand.
Just the traffic of people weren't
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
So then you choose Poblacion,
Yes.
and then from then on, what was the first move that you guys did after acquiring the Poblacion land?
So we scouted the area.
Mm.
We looked for points of interest in the area.
Mm.
And we look at the developments in the area, and the small businesses are sprouting up.
Mm.
So then we decided that Poblacion is better. Well, number one, the Makati CBD is just beside it.
Yeah.
The BGC
Yeah.
is also probably a 15-minute ride from our hotel.
Mm.
The airport is around 30 to 45-minute taxi cab
With no
ride at
traffic?
most. Yeah.
With traffic,
With
no
traffic,
traffic,
45
2
minutes,
minutes,
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Well, with traffic, around 45 minutes. Without traffic, around 30 minutes.
Mm.
Because it's very easy with the NAIA X coming in,
Mhm.
opening up. So we just go to EDSA, then you go NAIA X, then you're in the airport.
It's a central of everything.
Yes. So you have a hipster kind of vibe
Yeah.
beside a big commercial business district. So I think that's the best combination.
There's a key phrase that Alex mentions in our talks, that is upgrading the customer experience. As he explains it, as we would expect, it comes down to detail. More importantly, it also comes down to the people that Yu Hotels recruits, trains, retains, and develops. This is the critical nature of human capital that we touch on beforehand. And I must say, for a relatively small hotel, the staff impresses me. With their warm welcomes and gentle smiles, their simple but profound attributes any size hotel aspires to promote. And it may be just the right game changer for Alex and Yu Hotels.
Okay, so you have it set up. You have Yu Hotel set up. Now we go to recruitment. So if I was a person who wants to work in the hotel industry, to start there first, what will be the qualities that you will be looking for?
Okay. Ever since I started business, even before with our other businesses, I used to do the interviews when we were smaller. So when we were starting. So I always tell the applicant, I only need 4 things from you. And it's just integrity,
Integrity. I'm gonna write that down.
honesty, loyalty, and hard work. I said, that's only thing that I need from you to start with us.
And how can you determine in an interview if a person has integrity?
Well, I think by experience, then you learn how to gauge people. But really, it's a hit and miss thing also. Like some applicants would come and they'd be very good in answering interviews, but
The application part.
they're very good in the application part. They're probably the professional applicants.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the real grind, then it's another thing.
It's a
But
daily thing. You have
yes,
to.
and there are applicants that are not really stellar in their interview or in their exams, but character is
Takes
very
a lot.
good. Yeah, and when they start the job, you see that that's a time that they start excelling.
And what's your approach when it comes to somebody applying that has no work experience?
Well, as I've said, I only look for 4 things. And experience or skill or knowledge is not really in those 4 things. Because I always believe that character is more important. And other things we can try to develop with them. If they're willing to learn with us, we can learn together. And most of our staff, when we started, are still with us. They started as cashiers. Yeah, some of them started as a graveyard shift pump attendants because we also have a fuel business. So, but now they're heading units.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a sort of a ladder. I think that's we could say is the key to success of how you keep your employees.
Yeah, and I think the real gauge of a successful business is not really how much money you make. Of course, that's also important.
Yeah.
You cannot be losing money.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is how you build your organization and how you take care of it.
Ultimately, Alex and U Hotels use a plain set of rules in recruiting members to the team. Ideally, they should share the same values and beliefs of the organization, and sure, that is a given with almost any business owner on the search for new employees. But Alex is also looking for better employees that are, in his words, better than me. Just like any well-traveled person, Alex has seen cafes and restaurants in Europe humming along quite nicely with a single waiter slash busboy slash cashier, well, pretty much slash everything. This flies in direct contrast to the multi-staff joints we have here. It points out some truths about how the idea of service in the service industry must change or evolve. And Alex is on its way to find this out.